Good morning, students. Welcome to today's computer class. Students, we are studying about the chapter Internet Services. So, did you all watch the previous video? That's good. And in this chapter, we studied about what is meant by Internet and different types of Internet services. Do you remember? Yes. Tell me what is meant by Internet? Internet, it's when a group of computers are connected to one another. Okay, group of computers are connected to one another, which is called internet. So the group of computers, they are not only connected in one particular place, they are connected in different parts of the world. Okay, and all those group of computers are again connected together with the help of internet. Okay, so internet means it's a group of interconnected computers. You simply can say internet means group of interconnected computers are called as internet. And there are different services provided by internet. And as I said in this chapter, there are 4 types of services are given for you. The first one, it's a communication services. As I said, communication means talking to one another. So we are communicating with one another. So we are communicating directly. So if it's a regular class, we communicate directly. Now it's like a one-way communication. I'm just teaching and you're listening from your home, right? You're not able to ask me any doubts this time because of the recorded video. But if it's a regular class, it's going to be a two-way communication. I will be asking questions. I will be teaching. You will be asking your doubts to me. So we are communicating one-to-one. But with the help of internet, without seeing the faces, how do we communicate? So there are different ways of communications available through the internet. Like we can send an email message to a friend or a colleague or parents or uncle, aunt, auntie, anybody. So you can send an email and receive an email. So that is email service is one of the communication services. Then you can share your system from a distance place using the service called Telnet. And there are some news forums are there. Okay, then what you can do, instant chat is there. So many options are there. And internet telephony, that is voice over internet protocol, everything is there. So using the internet telephony, you can just talk to other person with the help of internet connection. Likewise, there are many communication services we discussed last week. Then we studied about the second service called information retrieval system. Information retrieval system. So what is meant by information retrieval? So getting some information from the internet. So with the help of which protocol? Yes, FTP, file transfer protocol. Okay, so all these things we discussed last week. Okay, are you able to recollect what I'm telling? That's good. Okay, so in this file transfer protocol, okay, file transfer protocol, sometimes we just get transfer, we make some files to transfer to our computer, and sometimes we just upload some of our files to internet. So there are 2 ways of transferring file. Okay, so one is called uploading. So uploading means it's a up arrow. So where you are uploading from your system, okay, you are uploading to the internet, okay, to the server. Okay. So client to server. Okay, transferring some files from client to server, it's called uploading. Then second part, it's called downloading. So downloading, it's a down arrow, you can see. That means from the server you are getting some information to your computer. Okay, so server to client computer, server to client computer. So what is client and server? Do you know the difference? Client means the users are called clients, user computers. Okay, my computer is a client computer. If I'm searching for something, I'm just asking from the server. Okay, so my computer and your computer, everything, it's called client computers. We are called as clients. And server, it's from the internet you are getting the information. So the computer which has all the information, which is called server. The computer which has all the information, it's called server computer. So did you understand what is meant by server computer and client computer? Client it, the users, okay, who are all using the service. It's called client. So I am a client. My computer, it's a client computer. You are a client. Your computer, it's a client computer. And from where we are getting all the information in the internet, which is called server computer, which is called server. Clear? So this is what we have seen so far. And today we are going to study about two more services. Okay. The first one is called web services. The first one is called web services. Students, did you understand about uploading and downloading? Yes, let me explain you one more time. Uploading and downloading. See, downloading. Here I am writing downloading. See, downloading is a thing we often do it with our smartphone. I mean, right? We used to download a particular video, or we used to download a particular lesson from the YouTube or anything, song, movie, everything we download it. So whenever we download, what we do, we go to YouTube and you just start select the app, whatever you need, and you started downloading the particular thing what you need, right? So when you download, you might have seen the arrow mark in your smartphone. In the top of the smartphone, you might have seen this down arrow will be keep processing, right? That means downloading. So from where you are downloading? You are downloading from the web server. You are downloading from the server. Server means it's also a computer. Server, it's not something different. It is also a computer. It is also a computer, and this computer consists of only the informations what people are requesting. As I said in the previous class, server, there are different types of servers in different part of the world. They are connected together. That's the reason whatever you search in the internet, you are getting from server immediately. Okay, so this server consists of a lot of information. Okay, not only one server, so many servers are there. Okay, so whatever information you are requesting, you are downloading, which is reaching the particular server. Okay, and from the server which reaches your computer, or your smartphone. Okay, so this is a server and you are a client. You are a client. This is a client computer, this is a client mobile phone. Okay, so from the server, you are saving it in your mobile phone. It is get saved in your mobile phone. After saving it, you can just go through that particular document or a video whenever you need. Even you can be offline. With the offline also, you can access the downloaded information. So from the server to the client computer, it's called downloading. It's called downloading. Okay, so from the server, you're just bringing the documents to your computer. You are saving it in a particular place in your computer. You can refer that whenever you need, which is called downloading. Okay, then what did I say about uploading? Uploading means it's a reverse process from your device, your computer. You have done some video clipping, okay, maybe TikTok or something you have done. So that video you are uploading into YouTube or Facebook or anyway. So how you are doing from the computer, you are just placing it on a server. So then only it will be visible for all the other people. Okay, so from your computer, you're sharing with the server. So server displays the information to all your local friends or whoever it's searching for that particular information. It is getting displayed on their device. Okay, so uploading. So uploading means it's an up arrow. It's a reverse process. So from your computer. Okay, so from your computer, you are downloading, you're uploading to server computer. Is it clear? So when you download from the server, you are saving the information to your computer. Okay, when uploading from your computer, you are saving the information into the server. which is called uploading. Is it clear? Okay. Similarly, web services, okay, which enables communication between the applications on the web. What is the purpose of this web services? Which enables communications between applications on the web. Okay, so I'll give you an example. All right, so this web services, just you can just take it as a mediator. Web services, they are acting as an intermediator between the client and the server, so this is a server and this is a client. Okay, so two-way communication. So the applications interact with each other, communicate with each other with the help of web services. That means which enables the communication between the server and client. If I give you an example, right? So you can just take Amazon. Amazon provides, it's a site, it's an application which provides the products. You can search for n number of products and you can select what you need and you can order for the same. You are exchanging information with this application and you're ordering for a particular thing and the product reaches your doorstep. Am I right? So it's a kind of web service. Similarly, if you just to take railway ticket booking, okay, in earlier days, what do? We used to go to a railway station to book a ticket. We stand in a queue. We just fill up the form from where to where we have to go, and we write down how many people are going, their name, age, and everything, right? And we just give it to the counter, and we have to make the payment. And by return, they will give us the tickets, train ticket, right? It was a long process in earlier days, but nowadays no one is going to railway station. Okay, those who know the technology, okay, there's no know how to use the technology. Everyone doing their work from the place where they are, from the smartphone or from the computer itself. They are going to IRCTC website and they are booking their railway tickets from the place where they are. In a fraction of seconds, they are able to get the tickets, right? So it's a kind of service, it's a kind of web service. So IRCTC, it's a site. Okay, so we are the client and the IRCTC, the application, it's the form is in a server. So we people, we client, we are client. Okay, so from our computer, client computer, we are accessing the service irctc.co. Okay, or com, whatever it is, irctc.com. Okay, and we get the website and we are booking the railway tickets. We are communicating, exchanging information. We are just typing who are all traveling in the train, which train number, and where is the boarding place and where is the destination. Everything we are just typing in the computer or in smartphone. That means we are exchanging information. We are exchanging information. Okay, and that is we are client and we are exchanging information to the server, and in turn server gives us the ticket back. So it is called web services. Okay, so web services enables communications, exchanging of information between server and client. Is it clear for everyone? That's good. Okay, then the next one, it's called World Wide Web. Next one is called World Wide Web. In short, you can call it as WWW. Okay? You can call it as WWW, which is called World Wide Web. Have you ever heard of World Wide Web? That's good. So, WWW. What is this WWW? It is a system to share information. It is a system to share information. We can call it as it's an information sharing system. It's a information sharing system. It's an information sharing. Sharing system. So World Wide Web. It's an information sharing system. So sharing in the sense, if you are sharing something with others, what does that mean? You know a particular person and somebody may be asking you something. That's the reason you are sharing your text notebook or something with others, right? On request only you are sharing. If somebody is not requesting you anything from you, you won't share it, right? Even while you have your snacks, if your friends ask, then only you share. Am I right? Otherwise, you won't share. Similarly, information sharing. So, how does this World Wide Web shares the information? Is there anybody asking information to the computer? Of course, yes, that is we. The clients are asking for information. So, are you asking any information from the computer or from your smartphone? Absolutely, yes. You are searching for any information. So for searching, what do? You open a browser. Okay, you open a browser. So for searching information, what do you need? You need a web browser. You need a web browser. Okay, so you need a web browser. Let me talk about web browser. Do you know any web browsers? What you are using now? That's great. Google Chrome is a browser. Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer. Okay. Then what else you know? Safari. Okay. So many browsers are there. You can use any browser. Let me list out here. Web browsers are Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari, etc. There are many are there. You see browsers, so many browsers are there. So you are just opening a browser window, Google Chrome, and in the search box you are typing for what you need. Am I right? Otherwise, if you want to go to a particular website, you are typing the website address like www.yahoo.com, www.wikipedia.com. So you are entering the website address. So where do you enter? You are entering in the address bar of the browser, right? So when you type it in the address bar, what happens? In a fraction of seconds, you are getting the information what you need. You are getting the particular web page. Am I right? So how does it happens? Do you know what is the back end process happens? So if you are asking your mother for a food, your mother cooks and just display it on in the dining table. You just eating it, right? So at the back end, how she is preparing? Your mother is preparing your food. Do you know the process? Maybe sometimes you know some dishes you know how to prepare, but you doesn't know what are all the methods, what are all the preparations she is undergoing. Am I right? So similarly, when you search for a particular information, at the back end something happens. So that is very simple. When you type something in a address bar, okay, www.yahoo.com, or when you type something in a search box, which immediately goes to the server, okay, to the particular server where it is stored. It is checking with the server, and the server immediately give a reply back to the browser. Okay, so the browser, you are typing it in the browser contacts the server again gives the information back to the browser, and browser gives the information to you in your screen. Is it clear? This is the way it happens. Let me write it here. See, you need to have a browser. So normally you open a browser. When you open a browser, it likes like this. So you can see one address bar here, and one search button will be there, and here search box will be there. Search Google Chrome. It is written Tamil, English. Languages will be written here. Likewise, it will be there Marathi, Hindi, Malayalam, everything will be there, right? So if you know the website address, what do? You type it here, www.yahoo.com. So when you type the address where you are typing it in the browser. What does this browser do? It contacts the server, which contacts the server. So server checks where does this information it's stored, in which server it is stored. So that server gives the information back to the browser, which again gives the information back to browser. It's a two-way communication. Browser contacts the server, server again contacts the browser. Okay, now browser receives the information. So once after browser receives the information, which it displays the information in the web page over here. Got it? So this is the way the web browsers works. So we are talking about World Wide Web. So World Wide Web, it's an information sharing system. Okay, so which transmits the information with the help of any web browsers. Transmit means exchanging information. We are asking for any information. The browser contacts the server, server contacts the browser, and we are getting the reply on the screen. Everything happens in a fraction of seconds. Got it? That's good. Now, can you tell me what we can do with this World Wide Web? So say, for example, you have a browser. I have explained browsers. So here browser is an intermediator for us. Browser is an intermediator between a client and the server. Okay. So what we can do with this World Wide Web? So which consists of a lot of web pages, and web pages together called as websites. So what are the things you do with the websites? We can search for information. You can send and receive emails. You can post your views about a particular news in a forum, in a social media networks, social networks. What else you can do? Then you can access multimedia informations like videos, normal text informations and everything. And if it's a web page which consists of text, graphics, animations, videos and everything. Clear? So what are the uses of this World Wide Web? The first thing is World Wide Web. First thing is you can search information. You can search for any information. You can search for any information. Then what is next? Yes, you can send and receive emails. You can send and receive emails. Receive emails. What else you can do? You can post your thoughts and views using social networking sites. Okay, you can post your thoughts and views using social networking sites. Then the last one is, what is the fourth one? Yes, you can access multimedia sites. Multimedia, you can access multimedia informations, which consist of text, graphics, animations and everything. So clear? This is all about web services. This is an important question. Okay. So I hope it's clear for everyone. That's good. Well, students, that's all for today. Today we studied about only two topics. The first one is web services and another one is World Wide Web. So clearly study these two concepts for this week. I'll get back to you next week. Got it? Okay, students. Until then, stay home, stay safe, have a great day.